Hello, SUNY Cortland. Welcome back to this week's episode of CSTV. I'm your host, Jake Robinson, and we have a lot of important updates coming at you leading up to spring break. We will also be sharing a word from our campus cinema expert, presenting a brand new episode of Creatures of Cortland, and debuting an original CSTV segment, The Music Corner. First, we have Yulia with an update on the coronavirus.
Thanks, Jake, and welcome back, everyone. The New York Times, along with the CDC, have been religiously updating us regarding the coronavirus. In the United States, we have surpassed 800 cases and have had a total of 27 deaths thus far. Our own SUNY Cortland President's Office sent out an email stating that all students studying abroad in countries posing a CDC Level 2 or Level 3 risk for COVID-19 will be brought back to the United States as soon as possible. The decision will impact students currently in Italy and Japan. All returning students will be quarantined for up to 14 days upon their return. As of right now, SUNY Cortland plans to have all students return to classes after spring break on March 23rd. Make sure to check your emails, stay up to date, and please wash your hands. Thanks.
Thanks, Yulia, for reminding everyone to stay healthy. Now to Nicole with a spring break PSA.
Hey Red Dragons, spring break starts this Friday. If you're like me, you can't wait to head home and relax for a few days or wherever you're traveling to. But it's important to remember that midterms are coming up as soon as we arrive back to school. Take a few days to enjoy your break and have fun, but try not to forget about your studies. Also, if there happens to be snow on the roads, please take extra precautions as you head home. I hope everyone has a safe and fun spring break.
Thanks, Nicole, but please try not to tell me what to do. Next, we have Parker with entertainment.
The Invisible Man, directed by Lee Winnell, stars Elizabeth Moss as the long-suffering ex-girlfriend of a mad scientist who discovers a way to turn himself invisible in order to stalk and terrorize her after faking his own death. When I saw this movie at the Plaza right down the street, I was really kind of blown away. I grew up reading R.L. Stine's Goosebumps books and watching the television series, and to see the mature direction this film takes the franchise in really makes me proud to be a lifelong enthusiast. This is a much grittier Goosebumps film than we've seen in the past. It incorporates themes of domestic violence and suicide that the children's television series of the 1990s, for one reason or another, had a tendency to steer clear of. On the other hand, it still employs some of these classic R.L. Stine tropes, such as, "He's there, I promise, you have to believe me," and "Oh honey, it's just your imagination." Now, having said that, a lot of people have asked me why the great R.L. Stine himself, who was the creator of the 90s television series, didn't return to offer creative input on this project. That's a question that I don't know how to answer, and I wish that I didn't have to try. Given that Goosebumps the series was hailed as one of the greatest children's horror shows of all time, I'm almost in tears over the possibility that Stine wasn't offered a role at all. As a Goosebumps film that's more centered around adults and kids, Stine would have had a much easier time connecting to the characters, as he is an adult himself and has been for quite a while. Now, despite my qualms, this was really a spectacular take on the classic franchise. I'm excited to see where we go from here, whether it's an R-rated version of Night of the Living Dummy or even a grittier take on the Give Yourself Goosebumps series, similar to Black Mirror's Bandersnatch. With CSTV Movie Expertise, I'm Parker Senku. Back to you, Jacob.
Thank you, Parker. I refuse to see any film without your stamp of approval. Now, to Brandon Coonan with CSTV, The Music Corner.
Hello, SUNY Cortland. My name is Brandon Coonan, and welcome to CSTV's brand new Music Corner. This is a segment in which I will go over the latest music that has just released and pick out my favorite release from this week and tell you all about it. This week I'll be picking, drum rolls please, Lil Uzi Vert's long-awaited album, Eternal Atake. Lil Uzi takes us into a story in which he has been abducted by aliens and explains the shenanigans that entail with it. The album itself can be split up into 3 parts that include his alter egos and their perspectives on the situation. The album features 16 brand new songs and 2 singles that he had dropped prior. These include a feature by Sid on Urgency, a Chief Keef production credit on Chrome Hearts, Bang, and a Travis Scott sample on Prices, It's Lit, I can't do that well, with his hit songs such as Lo Mein, Homecoming, Celebration Station, Part 2, and Who Am I Kidding? It's Lil Uzi. You know each song is going to slap in its own right. But regardless, if you are looking for music to listen to while studying, driving, or trying to put your friends onto music, this album is perfect for anyone who is looking for a fun album to listen to and vibe with. That is all from me, SUNY Cortland. Thank you, Jake, for the introduction, and thank you so much for your time. And go bump that new little Uzi Vert. Whoa.
Thanks, Brandon, for the new addition to our program. Now, over to Shannon with a mental health check-in.
Hey, SUNY Cortland. I hope you have a wonderful midterm week. If you're like me, you didn't function very well. Maybe called your mom crying a few times. I don't know. Maybe that was just me. Coming into second quarter, things are much more stressful than usual. The threat of the coronavirus and unknown situations due to that can really get in your head. When you're stressed, your immune system strength gets reduced. I recommend maybe some meditation or some yoga. Kevin James takes a nice bubble bath to relax before his shows. Not only is this great advice because it is from Kevin James, but it keeps you both relaxed and clean. Now, if you don't have a bath because you live on campus, the communal bathroom showers should work fine if you just turn it all the way to hot, so at best it's lukewarm. Blast some Nickelback, whatever you're into. Also a PSA for your personal relaxation purposes, Kevin James is on TikTok and he makes some amazing content. I wasn't expect anything less from our king. Remember to take steps to better your mental health, especially taking into account the campus resources such as the counseling center and the Wellness Wednesday events. Love you all. Namaste.
Thanks, Shannon. That's all we have for you this week. Make sure to check out our website, cstatetv.com, and follow us on Instagram at 20CSTV. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jake Robinson.
Okay, let's get started.
Hey, SUNY Cortland.
Welcome back to another episode of Creatures of Cortland.
It is possibly most creatures' favorite holiday coming up.
St. Practice Day. It's Thursday night right now, but we're about to ask some people about the festivities to come.
Let's go. Okay, question number 1. Who is St. Patrick's Day celebrated for?
St. Patrick. I'm Jewish.
All right. I'm Irish. I'm Roman Catholic.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. I don't really know anything but beyond that information.
I'm Roman Catholic too, and Irish. I got it. I got it though.
Your plans for St. Practice Day?
Going to parties.
Yeah, that's good.
Is that
One
fair?
more question. Why do you think there are no female leprechauns? Is this sexism?
Yes.
Please
Why?
elaborate.
I think they're in the kitchen, like making food.
I just think that they don't want to be photographed because they're too beautiful. Maybe.
Or maybe they're just not sneaky enough. And we're back
We're going to pay a special visit to the original creature.
of the Black Lagoon.
No, creature of Clayton. Let's go.
Joe. We have a few questions for you.
What is this?
It's Creatures of Cortland. Please don't file a copyright claim.
Yeah, don't. Okay, we have a few questions.
Joe, how did you come up with the Instagram handle of Creatures of Clayton?
Well, there's this Twitter page called Subway Creatures and like an Instagram page called like Creatures of New York, I think, and it was kind of just like when we started taking pictures of people. That was
He has
that was
so
kind of
many
what
fans.
that was kind of what we did. Was Creatures of Clayton.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Just come up. No.
I'll just ask. Joe, when did you first come up with the handle Creatures of Clayton? When did you start taking photos, and what was your muse?
All right. So basically, let me
good?
see. We started. Let me check. I got the very first
There's
picture.
so many posts.
We have 644 pictures.
That's a lot.
So basically what happened is I got this new phone and it has a sick camera, right? So one night we kind of were just like...
You have juice box night?
I kind of just like was out here and I asked some people if I could take some pictures of them. And there was this specific couple.
It starts with juice box nights with the girls or
Yes.
the boys. That's how it all begins.
The neighbors, usually.
The neighbors.
Alright, so right here. On October 4th, 2019, we started taking pictures of people and it was this couple and they told me their story and I thought it was awesome. So I was like, I gotta share that. What was it? The guy goes to Nova, I think, or Xavier, one of those.
Xavier.
We don't talk about
Definitely that.
And then the girl goes here and they've been dating for 2 years and they met studying abroad and I was like, holy that's so cool.
That's pure.
So I took a picture of them, and I was like, I gotta put this out somewhere. And here, there's a picture if you want to see it. That's the original.
We'll put it in post.
The OG.
And so that was that's kind of how it all started.
This is a very pure story. I didn't know this was this emotional.
That's actually how. That's exactly how it started. It was very cool.
Cute.
So then